Emergency responders never expected Marti Hill to survive. A handyman brutally attacked the then 44-year-old in her Prairie Village home.
Well, we've covered this story for 2 years, but for the first time, we hear Marti Hill describe what happened the day of the attack and what she's learned since. Christina Medina joins us now with her story.
Well, it could happen to anyone. We let people in our homes every day, just like Marti Hill, but you never expect it to end the way this visit did. A warning, there are some graphic images, but it's important for you to see how far she's come.
Police say it was a handyman who attacked a Prairie Village woman and left her for dead.
It was September 8th, 2010, when paramedics rushed Marti Hill to the hospital.
A few steps from the stairs, that's when he grabbed my throat.
Marti endured at least 7 deep cuts, her throat slashed and her skull and face beaten so badly emergency responders couldn't identify her.
They didn't know what ethnic group I was, and they didn't think I would make it.
But here she is now, 16 months later, with the man who attacked her, Brian K. Pennington, in prison, sentenced to 28 years for attempted murder. We've spoken to Marti over the last 2 years, but she could never talk about the full details of the attack until now.
Brian, let's see, I don't usually say his first name, barely his last name.
Brian K. Pennington worked for Marti's mother for 2 years as a handyman, and she recommended him to Marti.
It was very business. We talked about what we needed to do the first day, and then we really didn't have much conversation after that.
Marti says prior to the attack, Pennington had been at her house many times and was always polite.
I didn't have any funny feelings. He was actually possibly, I would describe as overly charming.
So the morning of September 8th, when she heard a knock at the door,
I did remember thinking, this is odd that he's here at 7:30. He just said that he remembered seeing something in the basement that he wanted to show me that he thought it would be really good to fix before I sell the house.
With no hesitation, she let him in.
We walked to the basement. I remember talking, and I don't remember specifically asking him questions, but I kind of remember thinking it was odd that he wasn't saying anything, not huh, okay, whatever.
Moments later, he strangled her.
I remember it being very quick. There was no strangling feeling. I just couldn't speak anymore. And then I remember passing out.
But somehow she woke up and fought back.
That I remember coming back and fighting at him. And then I don't remember. I do know I was cut.
In the hospital, 3 days after the attack, she could finally speak and told detectives Brian Pennington did this. They found DNA evidence under Marti's fingernails and then found Marti's blood on a pair of Pennington's jeans when they arrested him.
She survived it. And not only did she survive it, but she's gone back and truly wants to know what she could have done better and what she could have done to prevent it.
There we go. Get down low. Cross.
David DeBella was Marti's kickboxing instructor. Marti was taking his class for about a year prior to the attack.
I definitely think it gave me more confidence to do what I needed to fight against him. I think also being healthy, you're going to recover from any of those things a lot better.
To find her way back, Marti's been through a lot of soul searching and is now at peace, understanding she may never know why Pennington tried to kill her.
I do understand that someone that thinks like that doesn't have the same kind of thinking we do. So possibly even if he did come up with something or some motive was said, that it may not make sense to us.
So she's focusing on what she's learned. Her most important lesson?
Your intuition's real. I think that we're not making that up. We're not just feeling those funny things because you've made that up in your mind. It is real.
Marti says even though it's tough, it's important to tell her story.
I feel like for me to help or to feel better, I need to get the education that I'm learning to process it all out there so that I can help others, so that other people don't get in that situation.
So maybe everybody else will listen to their gut feeling when they need to. We mentioned Brian K. Pennington is in prison, but he is appealing that 28-year sentence.
Oh, right. She is very brave. Her story is gripping. She says she wants to help others. What is she doing?
Well, she's actually working on putting together a DVD where she can put her story down, and then she's going to talk about what she's learned. And as she mentioned, that main message, she really just wants people to trust that intuition and know that when the hair on the back of your neck stands up, it's there
right
for
now.
a reason. Yeah, so just to trust that and believe in it.
Well, that and the inspiration that she'll give others just by hearing how she's got her life back and
she's so
doing
strong.
so strong.
Glad she's doing well.
Really good.
Yeah, doing very well.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Christina.